Start to the race. Each player takes the deck of his riders, red and blue for the host, and yellow and white for the visitor. Next, each player designates one rider of each color for the upcoming heat, always face down so the opponent cannot see the values before playing his cards. When all four are ready to start, we reveal the cards and compare their numerals to see who goes first. In this case, red is leading because he has the highest value, then goes yellow, then blue, and then white. In this situation, hosts lead 4-2, so the leader has 3 points, this one 1, so 4 overall, yellow has 2 and white has 0, so it's 4-2. To continue with the race, we draw the first lap card. It's Battle in the Straight. Let's move the riders down to make room for racing cards. In this variant, each rider can try and overtake the opponent riding before him. Here yellow attacks first, attacking the red. To do so, visitor plays his racing card with red symbols to attack, and the host plays the defending card with green symbols, blocking the lanes, the attacked lanes. We reveal the cards and compare them, making a section of a racing track to see which lanes were attacked and blocked. Yellow attacks the lane D, red is blocking paths A and B. So the attack hasn't been blocked, it's successful. The cards go onto the discard pile. Yellow overtakes the red. Now he's the leader. And the player controlling yellow takes a free racing card which goes into his hand. Now it's time for blue to attack. However, we always attack our opponent. Blue is following a partner from the team, so he cannot attack. Next there is white, who is following the opponent and he's attacking the blue. Again, the visitor plays a racing card. The host the racing card too with green symbols. We compare those two cards. This time players decided to play strong cards. You can see there are 3 symbols used to block the attack, and there are 2 symbols used to attack. Let's compare it. A and B are attacked lanes, the blocked lanes are A, B and D. So the attack is blocked, the cards go onto the discard pile, the host takes a free racing card for this successful block, nothing changes. After the first lap, the score is 3-3, 3 points, 0 points, 2, 1, so each team has 3 points, and we draw a card of the second lap. This time this is the Battle in the Band. I will show you how to play the Battle in the Band. So the player whose rider is leading can play a racing card or pass the initiative to the opponent, making him play his card. Of course it's not necessary, and if the opponent decides not to do so, the battle is over. If any of the players decides to do so, in this case let's make visitor do it, he puts it face up on the table, and we look at the symbols found in the back wheel of the bike and the color along the left edge of the card. In this case the effect 4-2 will enable the visitor to move his riders onto first and third position, making the score 4-2 in his favor. For this effect to work, the opponent must somehow accept it. He can replace this card with the same effect or card with different effect but the same color along the left edge. The host decides to replace the card with his effect containing the finish line symbol. This effect finishes the hit instantly with the current score. Maybe it's not the most powerful effect for the host, but it helps him to protect from the previous card played by the opponent, the card with 4-2 effect. Now it's time for visitor to again replace the card. He can use the same effect or the color, the same color. He does so with again green color and the effect 5-1. This is even stronger card than the one he had played previously. It helps him to move his riders into first 2 places. If now the host doesn't respond to this card, the effect will come into life. However, the host decides to replace the card, this time not with the color, but with the same effect. So he plays his 5-1, which allows him to move his riders onto first 2 places. The visitor doesn't have any other cards to respond, either with the color or with the same effect. So the effect comes into life. It is realized. We move the riders onto first 2 places, and the cards go onto the discard pile. And this is the end of the battle in the bend. We have 5-1 to the host after 2 laps. We draw the 3rd lap card and it's battling the straight again. So again the riders, like in the first lap, can try and overtake the opponent riding before them. Blue is not attacking red because this is the partner from the team, so yellow starts and he's attacking the blue. The visitor plays the attacking card with red symbols. The host plays the defending card with green symbols. We reveal the cards, and you can see that the host decided to play a very powerful card which defends 3 lanes. The visitor managed to sneak along this one lane which wasn't blocked by the opponent. We can see that by playing cards in the straight we somehow lose the effects which we might trigger during the battle in the bend. So how we want to use the card, whether to battle in the straight like in this case, or whether we want to wait and use it during the battle in the bend, it's entirely down to the strategy we want to use. The attack is successful. Yellow overtakes the blue. The visitor gets a free racing card, and this card used moment ago go onto the discard pile. Yellow cannot attack again because he has already attacked during this lap. The same goes for blue. He has been overtaken, so he cannot somehow overtake him back. So now white, it's time for white to attack. Unfortunately, the visitor doesn't have any other racing cards which would enable him to attack. He has only those green symbols which can be used to defend, so the attack is not performed. And we have 4-2 for host, 3-1 and 2-0. We draw the 4th lap card and it's a finish line. So the race finishes, we note down the points. As I've said before, it's 4-2 to hosts.